So today I'm going to be discussing an overview of the ADL Matrix and the consulting firm that founded it, Arthur D. Little. I'm also going to be applying the framework to a real-world business, namely global professional services firm Deloitte, and I'll finish off with some final thoughts on the advantages and disadvantages of using the framework. So the ADL Matrix is a management consulting framework developed in the 1970s by Arthur D. Little. Arthur D. Little's a global management consulting firm that are considered by many to be one of the pioneers of the consulting industry. The business now operates as a partnership after successfully achieving a management buyout from their prior owners, French technology firm Altran. The ADL Matrix consists of two main dimensions: competitive position and industry lifecycle stage. Competitive position categorizes each segment of a company's strategic business units as either weak, tenable, favorable, strong, or dominant. The industry lifecycle stage categorizes each business unit into four stages: embryonic, growth, mature, and aging. Now, this industry lifecycle dimension is very closely aligned with the product lifecycle, a marketing concept that is based on a new product or an industry progressing through a series of stages, from introduction to growth, maturity, and then decline. The stage of a given product impacts how a business develops its marketing strategy for them. The ADL Matrix looks at this, along with the competitive position of a product or strategic business unit, and it's useful for rebalancing a product or service portfolio for a business. Here I've highlighted in dark green where on the matrix a strategic business unit or a product should be held or expanded, and in dark red where a strategic business unit should be abandoned or possibly wound down. The lighter shades of both colors may not indicate a clear strategy of hold or abandon, and these are the ones that will require the most strategic advice and thinking, potentially with the help of an external advisor. Now let's apply the matrix to a real-world example. So Deloitte is one of the big four professional services firms. It offers a blend of assurance, consulting, financial advisory, risk, and tax. Within each of these main strategic business units, there's a range of subdivisions where specific services are being offered. Consulting has been the highest growth division consistently over the last 3 years. And in contrast, financial advisory has been one of the slowest growing divisions. So there is an argument that Deloitte is, achieving faster growth in consulting, and it's also possibly one of the stronger strategic business units within its portfolio. This is particularly so after its acquisition of the Monitor Group, and also given that it retained its consulting division post Sarbanes-Oxley, in contrast to the other big four. It also may not have as strong a position in the slower growth financial advisory segment, and as such, there is an argument for consulting to be the strategic business unit that should be held or grown, and financial advisory is one that should be receiving less strategic focus, possibly with some elements being wound down. Now, within consulting, we may argue that hot areas like technology, and within that areas like blockchain, are firmly in the hold category and possibly should be grown given their strong recent emergence. Even in areas like risk, which on aggregate isn't a strong strategic business unit, areas like cybersecurity may be in the further top left of the matrix, given the high growth potential of these areas due to recent cyber attacks and the proliferation of big data with connected devices, which makes this service ever more important to businesses. In summary, the ADL Matrix offers a business a framework to rebalance its portfolio. It's flexible across products and services industries, and it's useful at a time of digital disruption where portfolio rebalancing is top of mind for many businesses, given that they're transforming a lot more quickly than they did at the beginning of the last century. However, the matrix doesn't look at competitive threats or external competition in an industry, and there's a lot of subjectivity as to where a business unit or product might fit on the matrix, which highlights the importance of using it in combination with other frameworks and potentially working with an experienced management consultant that can help a business develop its strategy using these tools appropriately.